The Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, recently introduced Matopoku Prempeh to the President as his preferred running mate choice. Today we'll be engaging Ghanaians on who they think is a better team to win the 2024 general elections between John Dramani Mahama, Professor Jane Opoku-Agyeman, and Dr. Bawumia with Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
First of all, I would like to sound this disclaimer that this is in no way a reflection of my political, affiliation. But then I seriously or honestly think that the Bawumia Napo pair is, is a big, pair.
Can you tell us why?
Yeah, because first of all, I'll start with Bawumia. We've known Bawumia as a vice president, and he's been performing, in as much as we've been experiencing a lot of, economical challenges, which we can associate to the, global hardship, we can trust him. I feel like we can trust him because if you watch or listen to his policies alone, you can tell that we have a future. And then for Napo, I've done a little research on him, and I found out that he actually came into the political scene not long ago, somewhere 2017, if I'm not mistaken. But he was, a minister for education. And I benefited during the senior high school, free senior high school. We were the pioneers. And I think I liked how it ran smoothly. It was going smoothly until he was reshuffled recently. And so even at the energy sector, he's doing good. Right now they are curbing the electrical stuff, the faults. And so I think that it's a better pair compared to John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane. Professor Nana Jane is actually a lecturer at a vice chancellor at the UCC, and I have friends at UCC telling me how strict he is, how, and we don't want, someone who's so, you understand? Yeah, and women in leadership, how it is. It's not a new thing. So yeah, I think the Bawumia and Napo pair is a big team.
Okay, for me, I think both sides have the capabilities of winning, but I think, for me, Bawumia's team stand a better chance. That's what I think.
Well, I think they all have very equal chances because looking at their vice presidents, they have all been education ministers before. And so whichever team emerges victorious, I think they would really be critical about the education system of the country. But for also for the NPP, we've actually heard, or it's been a rumor for some months now, that Dr. Matopoku Prempeh would be the the running mate. So it's now that he's been unveiled. So we are really expecting, I think they all have equal chances, right? Looking at the experiences in education, Dr. Matopoku Prempeh being former or still Minister of Energy. Yeah, I think he's had some experience enough. And also Professor Jane being Chancellor at a university, Vice Chancellor at university, I think she also has experience. But looking at government experience, I think I'm not very sure of the facts, but I think Dr. Matopoku Prempeh has the exposure in terms of holding positions in government and all that. So I think they all have the equal chances.
Talking about the ticket of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh and John Dramani Mahama and Professor Opoku-Agyeman, I would rather pick Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh because Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, already Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is already in the picture. So I would want to be more emphatic on the vice presidency. I would pick Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh because Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh is very charismatic and he has that pull to actually get many people on board to actually support that very agenda that the NPP ticket can win. As compared to Professor Opoku-Agyeman, who is yet even to be embraced by even the whole Ghanaian society. And I would also want to touch on the personality, the name of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. when we mention Napo, who doesn't know Napo? Everyone knows Napo, right from him being the education minister to him being the energy minister. He has worked so hard and assiduously to earn that very title of a vice presidency. And based on that, Ghanaians are going to watch whatever that his contribution to the free SHS and everything to actually vote for him. And lastly, Ghanaians hasn't yet embraced, the female leadership, style and all those things. I don't think Ghanaians has really embraced it. We are in that process, but I don't think that we have really embraced it. So I think that would also be another opportunity for Dr. Matu Opoku Prempeh to also capitalize on and emerge together with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the winners for president and vice presidents. And for me, I think that that's the best ticket to actually carry Ghana, all along to making Ghana a developed country.
I'll go for John Dramani Mahama and Professor Jane, because here lies the situation. We have Matthew Opoku Prempeh acting as an energy minister and education, a minister for education, but we saw his works there and there weren't anything to write home about. So I think John Dramani and Jane.
So for me, as a lady, women empowerment, I think Jenana is Dr. John Dramani Mahama is the better candidate because, recently I think Bawumia introduced his vice president, and for me, I don't think Matthew Opoku Prempeh is the best choice because he being the current minister of energy, he was asked for a timetable and he couldn't provide us. So what shows that he can do something for us? Even as a minister of energy, you can't do something better for your people. What shows that if you become a vice president of the state, you can do something for us? And I also think that he also made a statement which I never liked. Because of that, I don't think I'll even think of voting for him. He said that this era is not doomed, so but it's doomed CSA. But how can you say that as a whole minister, you are under energy and you are going through this as a state? Even if you don't have a best solution, you can say something nice to the people to make us feel calm. But you are rather annoying us with this statement, and I feel it's very bad. But because of that, I don't think he's the best choice. So I'll go for Jenana and Jomama.
Right, for me, I'll choose Mahama and Jane Mensah. Reason because they are the best pair ever together. Looking at the current situation in Ghana, taking Bawumia, Nanado and the whole lot of issues, we can take the issue of Kenya to stand with because they also voted for their vice president to come in. And before he came, he was like, oh, this taxes and stuff, when I come, I'll change blah, blah, blah. But here lies the case, he was voted in power and see what is happening now. Chaos everywhere. So for me, my choice will be Mahama over everything.
So that has been our discussion and conversation with some Ghanaians on who they think is a better team between the NDC and the NPP's flag bearers. My name is Elliot Aitenreti, reporting for GhanaWeb.